As here we go to 5 red lights for the Division 2 Silverstone Grand Prix, the Great British Grand Prix, whatever you want to say. It's lights out and away we go. And I do think the two McLarens got away well, but so does CGM. CGM covers off the attack from Ronan Keane. CGM might try and make a move on Skiz as we go into turn 3, but isn't able to get it as Ronan Keane has actually been under pressure by Casper as Casper's gone down the inside. Casper gets the move up into P3 and Ronan Keane drops down into P6 as Jojo the Bird and Raven get through, and round goes Ronan Keane in the background there, and FIFA's goes off the track there, so does Skipper U, and a few more drivers going off there as FIFA's struggling to try and keep it on the track. Skipper U will get that. Down the inside he goes into Brooklands and gets the move. Casper looking for the move on CGM as well. Down the inside goes the Ferrari and up into P2 he goes. He's still not fully cleared the Haas though, as Jojo goes down the inside of CGM as they both go wheel to wheel into Vale. Who is going to be able to get the move? And I think it's just going to be Jojo round the outside and into Club Corner. Jojo gets the move up into P3. CGM now down in P4. FIFA's getting quite close to Danny in the background there. Are the two Aston Martins going to try and make a move? And down the inside goes FIFA's on the Williams. Can he get the move? Forcing the Williams wide. And they're still going to remain wheel to wheel. A bit of contact as they go into turn 4. And the Williams just stays in front. But look at Master Links down the inside. Can he get both of them? No, he can't. And that might leave him vulnerable as Rara gets in front as well. But then in the second phase, I think the two Aston Martins then had a better traction there. As we see Rara and Danny now going side by side. And Rexy in the other Williams might get in on this as well. And Rexy going around the outside of Danny. Danny trying to burn to try and stay in front of the Williams, but then lets him, lets him through. Is anyone going to be able to win out on this top 3 battle? Or as the Bird goes off the track there. Maybe picking up a warning, but is the Bird going to try and make the move? Going into Stowe Corner, he pulls to the inside, and he's going to be wheel to wheel with the Ferrari. Can he get it done on the exit? And he just about gets the move. And the Haas might try and make a move on the Ferrari going into turn 6, I think. As Jojo actually gets the move on Skiz. I didn't see that coming. But Jojo into the lead of the British Grand Prix now. Always CGM is going to try and make it move down the inside. And he's still there on the inside as we go through Woodcut. Is Casper going to be able to get past CGM as they're going to go wheel to wheel into Cop's Corner? And CGM gets the move in the Haas. Good move from the Haas. That was very close. Casper's still not done though. He's clinging onto the back of that Haas. He wants to get back past. Is he going to be able to do it as we go into Stowe Corner? The battery's on. As Skiz gets back past on Jojo. Rara gets a 3-second penalty there. But Casper not able to make the move back on CGM. As we see Rexy and FIFA's going side by side there. Rexy's gone down the inside going into Stowe. And gets the move and tries to switch to the inside to try and get past the other Aston Martin. But isn't able to as through goes Rara there on Rexy and FIFA's as they nearly had a through goes Hamilton moment there. FIFA's and Danny, I think, making a bit of contact, and they're both ghosting through each other. And Rara just swoops it around the outside there. It is a bit of a balanced, thing that you need to try and find around, this track. Do you want to go higher wings? Do you want to get more downforce? Do you want to get top speed? As the Bird goes down the inside of both of those in the top 2, and he was in the lead momentarily, but Jojo swoops it around the outside. And the Bird still has it down the inside, going into Vale now. And the Bird is going to go side by side with the Red Bull. And just going into Club Corner, gets the move. And Jojo stays in P2. That was some excellent racing there from the Bird. So go down the inside, but it's still not over as Jojo back down the inside, going into turn 1 and gets back into the lead of the race. CGM is going to try and look for it on Skiz. Casper there as well, goes down the inside of the Haas. And Casper, will he be able to get the move on the Haas? He goes around the inside, which he turns into the outside for the loop. And is he going to be able to get it on the exit? He burns to try and get past going into Aintree. And I think he just about gets into P4. And now Raven is going to go down the outside of Mafio. Can't get the move. Mafio tries to go down the inside of CGM and does. Around the outside, he will go now into Luffield. Will he be able to get it on the exit? And I think he does get the better exit. CGM is still going to be there on the inside. As we go through Woodcut and into Copse Corner, is it going to be Maffio? Is it going to be CGM? And Maffio is just going to be in front of the Haas driver going into Copse. The Bird, though, is going to try and go side by side with Jojo as we enter into Maggots and Beckett's on lap 7. Can't get the move into Beckett's and through Chapel. The Bird is just going to try and focus all of his pace on the exit. Can the Bird get the move on Jojo going into Stowe? He pulls to the inside. Is he going to be able to get back past? Yes, he does. But Jojo swings it around the outside once again, and he will have the inside going into Vale. And this is great racing from these two drivers. And they are going to go side by side through the entire complex of these two corners. And a bit of contact there. And the Bird has lost out a little bit as the Bird pushes Skiz off there. Skiz in P3. Can he get into P2? No, he can't. As the Bird holds on to P2 there. Wow, what's racing we are getting to, this evening. As I think the Bird is still going to try and fight this down the inside of the Red Bull. Can he get it round the outside going into the loop? Can he get it on the exit? No, I don't think he can, as Casper tries to make a move on Skiz, but isn't able to. Pulls to the inside in as we go onto the Wellington straight. Can Casper get the move? Can the Bird get the move? The Bird goes to the outside. Can he get it round the outside going through Brooklands? No, he can't. Down the inside into Luffield. Will he be able to get it on the exit? And I don't know where they are in comparison, but no, Jojo stays in front. Casper cannot make the move on Skiz either. This is great racing, I have to say. As I thought Skiz and the Bird there were going to go side by side, I was just going to say, don't anymore. Wow, what racing this is, this evening. As we now go into the Hangar Straight, is there going to be any more amazing racing that we are seeing right now? Let's have a look. The Bird pulls to the inside, but that's probably to defend himself off Skiz. Skiz tries to go around the outside, but cannot get the move. Is Skiz going to try and make a dive bomb round the outside? He's going to go into Vale, and he does get wheel to wheel with the Alpine. Down the inside he goes into Vale and into Club Corner. Can he get the move? And I think the Bird has the better exit round the outside, and I think the Bird is just going to try and stay in P1, but through turn 1 they go side by side. And the Bird regains the position. Casper, can he make a move on the McLaren? Round the outside he's going to go, and he taps the McLaren. But Casper, what a lovely move down the outside and onto the inside through the loop. Can he get past the Bird as well? The Bird round the outside, and I think the Bird just gets the better traction to hold it. But Maffio from nowhere comes back into P4. Can Maffio now make the move on Casper as Raven gets past Skiz? Down the inside goes Raven on the Alpine. Can Raven get the move? No, he can't, as Maffio holds the inside, and Skiz might even lose another place to Side Effects as well from wherever he started on the grid. And Side Effects look to be looking for a comfy P6, but Skiz takes it back past into Copse Corner, and trying to go side by side through Copse is not going to work. And Side Effects backs out of that one. And I think we might see another change for the lead as Jojo goes off the track there. And the Bird has the outside line with the DRS and easily gets into P1 there. What happened to Jojo as Casper now sends it down the inside? He's not able to get wheel to wheel though through the corner, but will he be able to look for the send going into Vale? No, he doesn't, as Jojo dives into the pit lane. And he will now make his pit stop as well. So we'll see where he will come out compared to Skiz. As the Bird, Casper, Maffio, Raven stay out as we see a side-by-side action between CGM and Side Effects. Side Effects down the inside. And CGM has to cut the track there. Gets a 3-second. He wasn't pushed off. That can't get removed. And around the outside goes CGM. And I think he just about gets the move there. Right now, where is Jojo coming out compared to Skiz? Skiz coming through turn 2 right there. Jojo already into turn 3, so Jojo picking that moment spot on and is able to pit and get out in front of Skiz. So the undercut did not work for Skiz, as Skiz is through turn 2 there, and Side Effects coming out of the pits, and behind Skipper they are as they go into turn 3. Undercut, or the overcut, sorry, did not work out for Side Effects, so maybe lap, 11-ish, lap 10, 11 is probably when you really want to be finished in the pits, in the pit lane, really, starting on the soft tyres, as the Bird now dives into the pits on lap 11 on the mediums, which is very, very interesting, as CGM goes into the pits as well. So I don't know why those two were deciding to pit so early. Those mediums can easily do like more than half the race, so trying to take softs for 13 laps. That's going to be quite a challenge, but the bird is going to try and do it. And I believe CGM goes onto the hard tires. What does CGM mean to do that? A medium hard strategy? That's a very bold choice from the Haas. Let's see though where Skiz is. Skiz is coming through turn 2 right there and in front of the bird. And CGM comes out behind Skipper as Side Effects gets past Skipper. As Master Lynx retires in the pits. Mafio there gets past Casper. So it was one Alpine, now it's the other Alpine. Now, are any of these drivers going to pit? And Mafio does indeed do that. The 2 Ferraris stay out, White Josh as well. Rexy in the Williams, what will they decide to do as they come into that section? As they too dive into the pits, so does FIFA's. And I believe Danny might try and do the same thing. Skiz now getting a move on Jojo. So now Skiz in a provisional P1, but the bird down the inside of the Red Bull. And these two are going to battle it once again, like they did. Skiz, the bird, sorry, on arguably the better tyres. Round the outside it goes on the Red Bull. And easily gets that move on the Red Bull. And the bird now up into a net P2. Now, Werewolf, FIFA's, Rexy and Mafio come out compared to those two. As we see the McLaren going through turn 1 there. As the bird comes, Mafio, sorry, comes out the pits. And I think they're going to be behind Jojo. So net P4 for them. Side Effects in net P5. Skipper behind. CGM obviously in P11. As Rexy and FIFA's will then come out. And they will be in P12 and P13 at the moment. As Mafio sets the fastest lap and Casper will come out behind Skipper. May even be behind CGM. Yeah, CGM through turn 2 there. And Casper comes out in P10. Net P8. Raven is, I am sure, going to be pitting this lap, and I'm sure White Josh will do the same thing. White Josh is going to try and make the overtake before they go into the pits, and White Josh goes down the inside of the Ferrari and gets in front. And now will both of those pits? I assume they will, and into the pits both of them go. So let's see where the bird will come out, as the bird actually has a 1.1 second gap to Skiz, and Mafio is though trying to battle with Skiz, sorry. And Mafio gets in front. Where is Raven and White Josh going to come out? White Josh is in front of Raven. Obviously, they did that before the before Stowe, as Rara now retires in the pits, and through goes CGM on the outside, side by side. And I think CGM is just going to be able to hold that. And White Josh will be in P9, Raven in P10. And now Mafio gets through on the bird. Mafio has found some unreal pace in that Alpine, as Skiz now is being brought back into this battle as well. As over the front, Skiz and Jojo, I think, was really the only battle there, as Side Effects gets back past on Casper and Skipper down the inside of Casper. Can Casper hold on to this down the inside? He's going to try and look for it on Side Effects as well. Into Vale, and I think Casper is going to try and hold that, and he does get the move. Raven goes through on Skipper as well, as White Josh as well gets the move on Skipper as well. And Raven is P7, Casper into P5, splitting the 2 RBs at the moment. As Side Effects and Raven go side by side there through Cop's corner. That's brave. But I think Raven not able to get that move. Will Raven get it though, going into Stowe corner? Always, I think Raven had to cut the corner there. Side of Earth, White Josh as well behind. I think has to step out of it, but White Josh might get the move, and I think so will Skipper. Always Raven moves defensive. Side Effects gets the move on Casper, and Raven gets tapped a little bit by Skipper, which has given Skipper the place there, and Raven down in P9 now. Casper loses 1 place to Side Effects. Casper gets back, pass on Side Effects down the inside. I think White Josh as well is going to try and go side by side. And White Josh does indeed go down the inside. I don't know why the 2 RBs are fighting, as Raven gets back, passed on Skipper as the 2 RBs still maintain it side by side and into Aintree. White Josh gets the move, and Raven still going side by side with Skipper going into Aintree and down the Wellington Straight. And I think Skipper just stays in front of that one. White Josh though trying to make a move on Casper, not able to. And Raven is going to be charging as much as he can through these final couple of corners and absolutely bolt it to try and make the move on Skipper as Skiz gets back past on Jojo. White Josh up into P5 as Raven moves really late to the inside. And going into Stowe Corner, he can't make it. Will he be able to go for ascend going into Vale? And he does pull to the inside, and he has broken latest, whatever the terminology is. Can he get the switch back going into Club Corner? Yes, he can. And that was brilliant from Raven there. Spots the inside gap being opened and takes it with full confidence. And Raven back up into P8 as Casper gets through on White Josh. Ronan Keane, though, on the battery, pulls to the outside as they both make contact, and Ronan Keane into the wall there. With Fifas as well into the wall himself. And I don't really know who was at fault there. It was quite close going through Chapel there. I only saw that really, you know, quite late as I was looking. Oh, I wasn't really looking exactly where the two cars were placed. I'll have to have a second watch at that as Skiz and the Bird go side by side through Luffield and through Woodcut. I think the Bird just stays in front, but Skiz still has a front end plate there, but then has to eventually back down. Can Jojo go down the inside of Skiz? Going into Cop's corner. Yes, he can. But Skiz managing to stay in front on that occasion, and it's set for an Alpine 1-2. Skiz, though, on the inside of the Bird, makes a bit of contact, and that allows Jojo to go around the outside. Can Jojo hold on to P3 now? But Skiz is still going to try and fight this, and both of those two make contact. Both of them off the track, and Skiz and Jojo spins around there, and off the track again he goes. And that's going to be a massive talking penalty, or that's going to be a massive talking point in the stewards later on, and as Casper goes into P5, could even get P4 on White Josh. Raven into P7, but Jojo all the way back down in P10. What is going on with this race? What is going on? We've had spins, we've had, you know, mayhem, exciting racing in the opening few laps. Honestly, I'm still surprised about that. This race has had pretty much everything. You don't need to watch, you know, proper Formula 1. Just come to XRS. We do this 5 times a week, 8 PM, Wednesday to Sunday. What more can you ask for? As Casper goes around the outside and gets through on White Josh. And what's even better, you can get involved in XRS if you want a seat. I'm sure we have, you know, a few seats that are open that you can jump into. If you can't, I'm sure, you know, some teams will want to call you up for reserves. As Raven there gets through on side effects. Obviously, Raven being one of the TPs in XRS, being the Ferrari team principal. Obviously, we have team principals for each team as well. But Snowy is going to be absolutely amazed by what these two drivers have done. They are going to try and go side by side, I believe, across the line. The Bird gets back through. I don't know if that was maybe communicated, but down in the background is Casper going to be able to hold on to White Josh. White Josh down the inside of the Ferrari, and White Josh gets the move. But we are going to look at these two Alpines. They have controlled this race absolutely beautifully, pulled the undercut to perfection, and the Bird is going to come across the final line, and he is going to win the British Grand Prix with Maffio taking P2. It's an Alpine 1-2 here. Fantastic race for the Alpine team. Skiz finishes in P3, and on penalties, the two Ferraris of Casper and Raven move up into P4 and P5. Excellent work from the Ferraris. Good points for them. Side effects in P6. Skippy U in P7. Jojo, unfortunate race for him, finishes in P8. And White Josh with the penalties falls down to P9. CGM finishes in P10 with Rexy in P11. Unfortunate race for Ronan Keane, but will finish in P12 regardless. Still points. Fifas as well finishes in P13 once he crosses the line there. And Danny in the will be the final car that will finish this race. And he will finish in P14 with Rara and Masterlinks being the non-finishers in this race. But wow, this race has had everything that you want in an F1 racing league, and that is exactly what we want. Fantastic race from Division 2.